What happens when the richest man in the world publicly turns on a president? Not just any president, but that of the United States of America. At the height of their alliance, Elon Musk helped revive Donald Trump's political comeback. But now, that partnership has shattered.
The greatest capitalist in the history of the United States of America, Elon Musk!
Musk's brutal online attacks, deleted posts and hints at forming a new political party sent shockwaves through Trump's campaign. And although things have quieted down, the damage may already be done. This is the story of how one tech billionaire nearly derailed a political titan and why the truce may not last. It started with a handshake, millions of dollars exchanged, private meetings, political favors. And then, accusations, betrayals, threats. Two of the most powerful men in America, Elon Musk and Donald Trump, once stood side by side. One, the world's richest tech mogul. The other, a former president fighting for a comeback. But behind the scenes, this alliance was never built to last. And now, it's crumbling in front of millions, tweet by tweet, headline by headline. In the high-stakes battlefield of American politics, alliances are everything. And in late 2023, Donald Trump made one that would redefine his entire campaign. After a chaotic first term and an even more chaotic exit, Trump's path back to the White House wasn't guaranteed. The Republican base still loved him, but donors were pulling back. Swing voters were skeptical, and big tech, most of it had turned against him. That's where Elon Musk came in, not just as a supporter, but as a game changer. With a single tweet or platform adjustment, Musk could shift narratives, reach millions, and silence critics. But more than that, he brought something Trump desperately needed: money, legitimacy, and a connection to the future. According to multiple reports, Musk's support behind the scenes was enormous. Roughly $288 million was funneled through aligned super PACs, crypto-linked donor channels, and Silicon Valley networks that had once been considered unreachable for Trump. The money helped Trump blanket the battleground states with ads, hire digital-first campaign teams, and flood conservative platforms with targeted messaging. But it wasn't just money, it was influence. Musk used his ownership of X, formerly Twitter, to subtly boost pro-Trump sentiment. Algorithm shifts, changes in moderation policy, and the reinstatement of Trump's account all played into a digital revival the campaign desperately needed. Behind closed doors, the two men grew closer. Musk was invited to Mar-a-Lago on more than one occasion. In leaked memos and off-record reports, insiders claimed Trump even offered Musk a role in his next administration, an unofficial tech czar tasked with trimming government waste. They even had a name for the initiative, the Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE, a nod to Musk's crypto roots and a wink to their shared internet savvy. For a moment, it looked like the ultimate alliance, a political juggernaut and a digital kingpin. Trump had the crowds, Musk had the platforms. Together, they controlled both the ground game and the algorithm. They seemed unstoppable, two giants of influence marching toward the White House with one vision. But in politics, power isn't just shared, it's tested. And for Trump and Musk, what began as a dream partnership would soon unravel into a silent, high-stakes standoff. Because behind the cameras and closed-door meetings, egos were clashing, ambitions were diverging, and the cracks were only just beginning to show. For months, their alliance had been one of the most powerful forces in American politics. Trump, the comeback king; Musk, the digital emperor. But every empire has its tipping point, and this one, it came with the stroke of a pen. Billed as the one big beautiful bill, it was Trump's proudest legislative achievement since his return to office. A massive economic package combining infrastructure funds, corporate tax breaks, and sweeping regulatory changes. But while Trump was taking a victory lap, someone else was watching in silence. And then he spoke. In one tweet, Elon Musk shattered the illusion of unity. He claimed he had no input, no briefing, not even a heads up. And to a man like Musk, whose brand is control, that felt personal.
Elon Musk has criticized the centerpiece of President Donald Trump's legislative agenda in a significant fracture in their partnership.
The backlash was immediate. Musk's loyal followers echoed his frustration. Tech forums, crypto spaces, and even some libertarian outlets began questioning whether Trump had already lost his most powerful ally. The White House gave no official response, but insiders say the fallout was real. No more private calls, no more briefings, just silence. For the first time, Trump wasn't just being opposed, he was being challenged, and not by the media, not by Democrats, but by the very man who helped put him back in power. This wasn't just a disagreement, it was the calm before the storm, because if there's one thing Elon Musk doesn't do, it's stay quiet for long. For weeks, the silence between Trump and Musk had been deafening, but then Musk picked up his favourite weapon, his phone. It began with subtle jabs, cryptic quotes, sarcastic memes. Then it turned personal. He accused Trump of using him, hinted at being blindsided by the administration's backroom deals, and then dropped a bombshell. Musk's tweet sparked a media wildfire. Headlines screamed across every outlet. Was Musk just venting or issuing a threat? And then came the next shockwave. Musk posted a poll on X asking whether he should form a new political movement. 80% said yes, and with that, the idea of an Elon-backed third party wasn't just a joke anymore, it was trending. And then came the unthinkable. Musk publicly called for Trump's impeachment. For Trump, this wasn't just betrayal, it was war. The former allies were now fully engaged in a public, scorched earth feud. What started as a disagreement had erupted into a digital arms race, one tweet at a time. And with every post, every comment, the public kept asking the same question: is this a real political fracture, or just another chapter of American performance politics? Whatever it was, one thing was certain: the era of quiet cooperation was over. The public feud was more than just a clash of egos. It sent shockwaves far beyond Twitter and Truth Social. What's at stake now runs deep into billions of dollars, political survival, and the fragile balance of American power. Elon Musk's business empire relies heavily on federal contracts and favourable government policies. At the centre are SpaceX and Starlink, the crown jewels of his space and communications ventures. SpaceX has billions in Pentagon and NASA contracts, vital for its launch cadence and technology development. Starlink too depends on government partnerships to expand broadband access and military contracts. If Trump followed through on threatening to review or revoke these contracts, Musk could face delays, losses, and an unpredictable business climate. A contract freeze could slow SpaceX's projects and weaken Starlink's competitive edge. Then there's Tesla. Electric vehicle policies, such as tax incentives, emission regulations, and infrastructure funding, are critical to Tesla's future. Trump's threats to reconsider EV mandates could undermine Tesla's market dominance at a crucial time. But perhaps even more intangible, and possibly the hardest to measure, is the fallout in Silicon Valley and the tech world. Musk's political maneuvers have made many tech leaders wary, some distancing themselves. This political isolation could limit collaboration, investment, and public goodwill. On the other side, Trump's loss is not just about policy, it's about power and perception. Elon Musk wasn't just any supporter, he was a billionaire kingmaker, a key player whose backing was worth hundreds of millions in donations and influence. Losing Musk means cracks in his billionaire donor base, a vital source of cash and credibility as the 2026 midterms approach. Such fractures risk making Trump appear unstable or isolated among his own party elites. That image matters, especially as he eyes a potential 2028 run. The perception of instability or infighting can sap momentum, energize opponents, and raise questions about Trump's grip on the GOP. In the end, this public unravelling reveals how much power rests on fragile alliances. When titans collide, the ripple effects stretch far beyond personal grudges, touching governments, markets, and the very future of American politics. Both Musk and Trump face a precarious road ahead, where every move counts, and every ally lost could mean the difference between rise or fall.
Are you going to get rid of the Tesla and the Starlink service that you have here at the White House?
No, I haven't heard that. I mean, I may move the Tesla around a little bit, but I don't think we'll be doing that with Starlink. It's a good service.
As the dust begins to settle, the big question remains: what happens now? Behind closed doors, sources whisper of intense back-channel talks, efforts to cool tempers, broker deals, or prepare for what's next. What started as a powerful alliance between two titans one from tech, the other from politics, has now turned into one of the most high-stakes public fallouts in recent memory. But just as quickly as it all flared up, the storm may be settling, at least for now. In a recent statement, Trump took a surprisingly soft tone, saying he wishes Musk well, even hinting that they could reconnect sometime in the future. And in a move that caught observers off guard, Musk responded with nothing more than a heart emoji. No words, no insults, just a quiet signal that he might be open to letting the dust settle. In a rare moment of reflection, Elon Musk recently admitted that some of his attacks on Trump may have gone too far. It's a quiet retreat from a very loud feud, but not a full reversal. Because in this new era of politics, even apologies echo louder than policies. And while the public clash may be cooling, one thing is certain. When titans collide, the tremors don't just fade. They reshape everything around them.